we have with us the National General Secretary of Virat Hindustan Sangam, which works for the upliftment and the cause of Hinduism, and he is also a zonal railway users consultative committee member. Our own man, because his native is Mangalore, even though he was born and brought up in Maharashtra, he can understand Kannada and he can converse in Tulu very fluently. Welcome to you, sir.
Namaskar.
You can say sir as the shadow of Dr. Subramanyan Swamy. So, sir, Dr. Swamy ji, whenever he takes some decisions, at least one person whom he will consult is Shetty, sir. Sir, welcome to our intro. How did your association with Dr. Swamy ji start?
Basically, we are a family of RSS members, my father, uncle, cousins, brothers. So we have been anti-Congress, anti-establishment from the very beginning, and my father has been associated with RSS in Mangalore, Sanganiketan, since his childhood. So the day the emergency was declared in June 1975 was the day my SSC results were declared, and we all became part of the anti-Indira, anti-authoritarian, anti-emergency movement in India. And as you know, Dr. Swamy was also part of that movement, and RSS and other opposition parties were all campaigning against Indira Gandhi's emergency. So that association with the group and with Dr. Swamy started during the day. But main thing what happened was in 1977, Dr. Swamy contested for the Lok Sabha from Mumbai, where I resided. So close association started 40 years ago in 1977, and thereafter there has been no looking back. So it all started from anti-emergency and Mumbai Lok Sabha elections of 1977.
So you have been associated with this Janata Party, which recently got merged with BJP as well.
True.
So how is life after merger? Did it change the way how you did your politics, or is it different once you are in BJP?
No, it is nothing much. It was the same, because we always have been not looking at position and did any power politics in that sense. We were basically devoted to the cause of Hindutva and basically service to the people. So for me there is no major change, but it is a big party, a big parivar, and most of the faces are familiar whom were with us. The undivided Janata Party consists of BJP members then till 1980, when BJP was formed out of the Janata Party. So it really has not made any big differences for me, because it's all part of the big family.
Sir, now sometimes Swamiji is a person who speaks straight, not like other politicians who have filters and so on. And sometimes it is not well received by the people in the party. How is his reaction? Because you are the person who will be always with him. Does he take it to the heart, or he just doesn't?
No, he has been such as a blunt, outspoken person from ages. In fact, in his student days also, when he was in Indian Statistical Institute, there was the Professor Mahabolis. At that young age, I think Dr. Swamy must be 22 years. He had challenged Mr. Mahabolis, Professor Mahabolis, on his some theories or some thesis of his. And at the age of 22, I think, or even less, he got international fame because his articles were published in international journals of those educational institutes. So he has that habit of speaking blunt and the truth, and most of the time, or almost all the time, whatever he has said, it may be ahead of time, but ultimately people have accepted it. So there may be sometimes some criticisms, but ultimately people know that what he is talking is the truth. Even now also, whether it was on demonetization or the need to fulfill the promises made during election on the Ram temple or uniform civil code or on Kashmir issue or any other issue. He is the one man who keeps on raising these issues, because ultimately the voters also see today, looking at his popularity in the party and his massive following in social media, and especially the youth. In fact, in the youth, I was told by your institute MIT that when a survey was done to find out which people they wanted as speaker for the Diamond Jubilee celebration of MIT, the top in the list students preferred was Dr. Swamy. That speaks of his popularity, irrespective of any party or anything. The youth look towards somebody who speaks frankly and bluntly and not something which is politically correct, because all those people who speak like that ultimately do not deliver. So maybe sometimes people may feel that, why is he speaking like that, but ultimately they all know that he is speaking the truth, and it is his foresightness that makes him speak that.
How is the war room before he goes to a press? What's the preparation that goes behind before he addresses the press or he goes to a live debate?
No, one thing is certain, unlike many other politicians, he is well read and strong on facts. So whether he wants to present his argument in court, or whether he wants to go for a TV debate, he does a lot of reading and original research and knows the point well. It is not that he just suddenly gets up and says something. He has his facts with him. So that is the thing. And being a professor and an educated person, he knows what to pick up and how to present those facts. And that is why he, in spite of not being a LLB or a lawyer, he argues his own cases in court, and most of the time he has been successful. I don't think any case he has lost. He only fights PILs, but his basic strength lies in the details by which he masters the facts.
You always traveling long flights and so on. So how does he spend his time? He spends reading or
no, basically some people ask me what about music and all that. No, basically he concentrates on reading and notings. In fact, today on the flight he had a marker pen by some notes he had prepared. He was marking, highlighting some points on that, and many times he makes notes also. So most of the time goes on concentration, and then whenever he gets an opportunity, because he gets up 4 o'clock in the morning and sleeps by 9:30 in the night, he gets short naps wherever possible so that he is fresh for the next engagement. But basically he has got simple habits and no vices, and that is why he is keeping himself fit and for the next assignment.
We often see Swamiji as a person who fights for the cause of Hindus. If you see his family, it's a mixture. Madam is a Parsi, and might be son-in-law is a Muslim.
Yeah.
So, but you see him as a nice man there. So, how is it that he is different, or is it that?
No, basically, see, fighting for cause of Hindus doesn't mean that he is against any other religion. There are greatness of our religion which he tries to highlight, and at the same time when injustice is being done, he is trying to voice. Now when we want a Ram temple, means we are asking it because Ram is India's identity of the Hindus. Injustice was done, there was a temple, it was demolished, and invaders built a mosque on it. So it's a question of India's identity. He has been saying that there have been 40,000 temples which have been captured by these invaders and converted into mosques. So he is saying, you just return us our 3 most important temples, that is Kashi Vishwanath temple, then the Krishna temple in Mathura, and Ram temple in Ayodhya. What is wrong when 40,000 temples, in fact my blood boils that our 40,000 temples have been captured by these invaders, and then they tell us and teach us of secularism and intolerance or tolerance. But while all this happened, what was the world doing about it? Not that, I am not saying, and never has he said, to be against any religion or against any. What he says is to the Muslims and Christians that your ancestors were also Hindus, so you must be proud of your ancestors. Like for example, if you find somebody, suppose assuming a person is a Muslim, and if three generations ahead, their grandmother or great grandmother was a Hindu, what is the harm in accepting? When you are accepting your great grandmother as your own grandmother, and if she was a Hindu or he was grandfather was a Hindu, you should be proud of it. You are not going to disown your ancestors. So why are you disowning your ancestors' religion, which we are all proud of? So basically, and one must understand, Hinduism is the only religion which teaches us secularism, and because of Hinduism we have got secularism in the country.
Sir, how is Swamiji as a person, apart from the politics, or as a personal life, how is Swamiji?
No, as far as Dr. Swamy's personal life is concerned, it's well organized, very systematic. He doesn't like, I don't know what his definition of relaxation. Whenever he goes to any city or a new city, he just goes and attend the program. There is nothing like going for sightseeing or anything. And he has got simple habits: getting up early, going to bed early, no vices, and devoting full time. And let me tell you, today some people may be thinking he is active, but his lifestyle has been the same, at least since I know, for the last 40 years. There is no specific relaxation as such, but totally devoted to his work, whether it is teaching, whether it is parliament, whether it is social work, whether it is PIL, or any type of activities of lecturing and all that. He is totally devoted to the cause.
Sir, final question from your personal side. Sir, how big is your family, and can you just tell us something about
I
your
am
family?
basically, my family consists of my wife, who incidentally is from South Canara, but is a Catholic. My son, who has done his master's degree in computer engineering from sunny Buffalo in US. He worked for Goldman Sachs there, and then he quit working abroad, and he is now doing his own activities here in India. He is a technology background. And my daughter, who has done her graduation, that is dental, in dentistry, she's got a degree, and now she's pursuing a post-graduation. And I have a daughter-in-law who's a Tamil person, and she is working for Capgemini company in Mumbai. So my family consists of my wife, my son, my daughter-in-law and daughter. And we stay in Mumbai, but we have roots in Mangalore, and I have a family house at Kulur.
Thank you, sir. In spite of this busy schedule, you have given us, had us some time.
No, it's my pleasure.
Thank
It's
you.
always my, whenever we get an opportunity, I try to bring Dr. Swamy to Udupi and South Canara and the coastal Karnataka, because people here are educated and they like to hear it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure.